there and welcome back to Japan. It's a chilled out evening for me and it's been a month since the last one of these, so I'm back to play a little bit of abandonware video games. For you guys who don't know, abandonware basically is just games that are so old or were so unpopular that the licenses were basically given up, and so now you can download them free of charge. Anyway, also as you guys probably know if you've been chatting with me on Discord, I'm a little bit of a motor racing fan. I grew up right next to Brands Hatch racetrack in England. You know, the first place I ever drove was actually on Brands Hatch. Little driving school there. I love my motor racing, and this year, along with so many other things that have been affected by the virus, motor racing has been put off quite a lot, but the Formula 1 came back. It's come back and started, and yay, entertainment. However, due to all the changes in the calendar, there will be no Japanese Grand Prix this year, so I thought, how can I do something to remedy that? So I decided to go and find some abandonware Formula 1 games that have the Suzuka Japanese circuit in them. And as anyone who, like me, probably grew up playing these games, I was really into the racing simulators back even when they were really basic. You'll know the good ones actually were surprisingly good, even back into like the mid and early 90s. Anyone who remembers like the Jeff Crammond like Formula 1 games, stuff like that, there was some really good ones. But there was a lot of really, really bad ones as well. Like ones which were undrivably bad, because there was no real technology for designing like physics engines and things, so they had to find very rudimentary ways to simulate car behaviour, and some of them were appalling. So I'm hoping to get some of that awfulness today. So I'm going to be trying out 3 games today, and what I'm basically going to do with all 3 of them is that I'm going to do 1 lap, a race, starting from the back, and I'm going to check for 2 things. 1, how quick can I complete the lap with no training on the simulator at all? Calling it a simulator is probably a little bit extreme for some of these. And number 2, how many positions do I make up? Reason basically being, the quicker the lap, then the easier it is to drive the car, which is a good thing. And number 2 is the more positions I make up, the stupider the AI are. So in a good position, I should have a really fast lap time, but not really make up any positions. You ready with that? Alright, let's dive in with simulator number 1. Alright, so our first game, I can't even believe this one actually exists, if I'm going to be honest with you. That's right. Prost, the now defunct Formula 1 team from many years ago, had their own simulator, their own game. Okay, so these menus are as janky as they look. So off to Japan we go. Loading Japan. Alright, here we go. Let's see how many positions we can make up. Oh, and... Alright, here we go. Oh god. The car is hardly steering at all. Yeah, it feels like I'm driving a ship. I won't steer. Oh, now... Okay, so when you get to a corner, suddenly the steering loosens up and you can steer, but then the minute you get out of it, yeah, the steering goes tight again, so it's like it's trying to give you the right amount of steering for the right parts of the track, but it's just really unnerving how suddenly it veers across the track. Here we go. Alright, coming up to some people. Let's see if we can overtake them. Oh. Awesome crash physics. Okay. It's not a bad simulation of the track, actually, although I can't steer. Just... I'm being led onto the grass. So if you're not already pointing in the right trajectory when you come up to a straight, then you're screwed. Oh. Okay. Just everyone decided to park there. Please let me turn. Please! I know it's not a corner, but I want to turn anyway. Well, I haven't made up any positions. I don't know if that's necessarily a sign that the AI is good. Alright. This corner's a very difficult one in real life. Kind of easy here. Now I'm on a straight bit, so God help me if I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Please turn! This next corner, again, very fast, very difficult. I don't know how much steering it's going to allow me to have. Just about enough. No, not enough. Okay, that corner was clearly not deemed to be worthy of turning. Why has there's a car park? Okay, crash physics for the win. Just everyone decided to stop there. Alright, let's check out what's my lap time gonna be. And cool, that was a 1:56.6. And I gained 9 positions, all in the last corner. Beautiful. Alright, so our next game is called Grand Prix Unlimited, and already the pure class from the early 90s is shining through. Nice. What's with the music? Sorry, we're gonna get the music in the race, and my engine sounds like there's a ghost in it. Oh wow. Oh god, check out that frame rate. Oh, I've crashed. Oh, that was a bad start. There's an explosion and everything. Oh. I finished in second anyway! Okay, so we're gonna try that again. I wish I could turn off the music. Oh god, so I gotta try not to crash. Try and make up some positions. Watch your right side, it says at the top. When they called this game Grand Prix Unlimited, they clearly did not mean unlimited frame rate. Oh no. It's so hard to steer. Like, the responses are coming in so late. I'm wondering if it's running slowly because my computer is just not able to handle these amazing graphics. Eventually the first corner will arrive. Oh, okay, here it is. Everything's happening so slowly. Oh god, and the music! Oh, it's so jarring. The frame rate and the music. I feel like I want to vomit. I don't know if I can make it to the end of a lap of this. What is this? Oh god, the graphics are so confusing. I'm spinning, apparently. Who would know? This is all just a nightmare. If you tell me this is Suzuka, I'll believe you. Just whatever. I've spun. I crashed. What? It was 1 minute and 5 seconds when I got that far. Alright, I'm going to try one more time. It's really bad. And it's the fact that it's so much louder than my ghost engine. Here we go. Straight into first. Alright, we're now over 2 minutes in. The music has not abated. And I'm still heading up the back straight. A long way from completing. I would figure that this game is just running slow, but the clock seems to be running at roughly normal timing, so this is just the way the game's supposed to be, I think. Wait a second, the bridge is not actually here on the track. This is... and the bridge is certainly not a huge... I don't think there's any F1 tracks that actually have jumps in them. I'm heading for the line. I'm going to win and I just don't care. Just please, sweet release. Finish. Finish. End. Yeah. Ah. The music even stops. Ah. I feel so much better now. This game you know is good because it carries the Hot Wheels seal of approval. Yeah, it's another team license game. This is a Williams F1 one. Alright, how do I get inside the car is my first concern. If I'm starting 6th. I just got shunted from behind already. Oh my god. Okay, that was not a good start. Let's see if we can catch up with them now. Yeah, this doesn't look much like Suzuka, but the corners seem to be going in the right direction. It's drivable, but it's skittish. It doesn't seem to be too phased about grass, so let's just lawnmower our way back up to the field. Oh, I see someone. We're going to take one of our teammates. I think every car in this race is a Williams. Like I say, all the corners are going basically in the right direction, but this looks nothing like Suzuka, and god, it's hard to keep this car pointing in the right direction. I'm going to overtake you again, sorry. Alright, here comes the hairpin. I literally do not have enough lock to make the corner. Beautifully programmed. Alright. I'm starting to kind of get the hang of this. It's skittish as anything. Oh god, I say that on a fluffy track. It's basically kind of drivable. Thank you. I'm coming up for the line here. It's kind of like Suzuka, but it's not. There we go, 4th place. Okay, so that one I got 159.5, so surprisingly similar to Prost Grand Prix. Okay, so we're going to finish with a game that I know I can trust. This is a heavily modded version, I admit, but this is still the basic Grand Prix 2 by Microprose. Anyone who grew up liking racing games will know this one. So, let's see how I can do on this from the back of the field. I'm going to back off coming into here. See if I can gain any positions. Might slip up the inside. Oh, no. And the damage simulation on this is surprisingly detailed for a game that came out, I believe, in 1994, 1995. So you really don't want to end up touching a car accidentally, or you're going to end up with a lot of bits hanging off. I think that's actually something that this game first pioneered, proper damage physics. The AI are surprisingly competent. They're not brilliant, but for the age, certainly they're good. Oh, there we go. Gonna grab one up the inside. No. This is not actually, this is a difficult track to overtake at in reality, which is one of the other reasons why this is quite good as a test for AI. Because really, you shouldn't be able to pick up positions easy at all. Oh, he's going for a move ahead. That might slow them down. Give me an opportunity. Oh, he's on the brakes too hard. I can get him into the last corner. Oh, come on. Yep, I'm through. That's 2 positions. Nice. Let's head for the line. And 151.346. So I'm going to keep on driving this one just because, to be honest, I enjoy it so damn much. It is really, really fun to drive. I mean, it feels dated, as it would do considering it's, you know, at least quarter of a century old. But still, at the same time, it feels like, you know, you actually feel like you're getting a driving experience from it. Even as dated as it is, and even having to run it on a DOS emulator and everything. However, with all that said, the other ones that I tried, I must admit, the Williams one, that was... It felt like it had some potential, but it was pretty impossible to drive because of the fact it was just too skittish, and having such a poor simulation of the track was not really helpful. The Grand Prix Unlimited, that was like some sort of, that was one of the rings of hell. I'm pretty sure Dante was writing about that at some point. If I go back and read that, you'll probably find Grand Prix Unlimited was in Dante's Inferno. And then, actually, I've got to admit, the Prost Grand Prix one was pretty... It felt like it could be pretty decent if they fixed that. Well, I say if they fix, you know, if they had fixed 25 odd years ago, that issue with the steering aid thing that made it impossible to control the car down the straights or anything that wasn't deemed to be a harsh enough corner, then that actually would make for a... I think it had the potential to be pretty good. The track simulation wasn't bad. They'd also have to tighten up the AI. The AI was pretty awful the way it was just parking into corners. But still, it felt like that had some potential. But now when it comes down to it, the really good ones, and I'm looking at games like this, they hold up. And like I say, I know I'm running a modded version of Grand Prix 2 right here, just because it runs better apart from anything else, but this is a game that still has a modding community that's running today, quarter of a century later, and I think that kind of shows because it's good quality. Anyway, so there you go. I apologise to anyone who's a fan who isn't going to get to see a Japanese Grand Prix this year, but I hope that I gave you something that might might fill that hole a bit. If you want to suggest any more abandonware games of any time, please feel free to. Any racing games, I stand more of a chance of being good at them, but hey, that might not be as funny. And hey, if you just know a game that's got a particularly awful simulation of Suzuka that you want to subject me to, then feel free to show me that as well. But otherwise, for now, from Japan, ciao ciao. Come on, one more position, round the outside, Ah! Damn it! Oh god, I'm all over the place. I'm going to lose a position! No, don't you dare. Oh, okay, that'll do. Yeah, for now, ciao ciao.